There you go. There you go. Right there. All right, all right, all right. Now, is there... Wait. Let's go HD. HD. Now, is the audio unsynced with my mouth? Can you see what I am saying at the same time that I say it? Did that fix anything, guys? Did it fix anything? No dice. It's still delayed. There's not anything I can do on this end, though. It's got to be a... it's less unsynced. It's got to be a Twitch thing, guys. Hopefully something happens, and hopefully it gets fixed. But there is not anything that I can do about it from this end. I haven't changed any settings. I guess I could just not stream. Alright, goodbye. Stop streaming. We can still get it done. If it's too annoying, tell me. I'll turn off the camera. Who cares? Let's just go to space. What do we have? We have that, we have that, we have that. Lunchbox, is the video a second ahead, or is the audio a second behind? Alright, look, we are just going to get going. We just need to get transcoders really fast, and then we'll fix, right? But anyways, I didn't change any configuration settings. I don't know what the deal is. It just started lagging as soon as I did the test, or whenever I got set up this evening. It has an audio delay between the time that I'm talking and the time that I'm not talking. Whatever. Y'all can hear me, right? You can totally hear me. So, 6-1, half dozen of the other. Nice, Skunk Slayer. I like that saying. 6-1, half dozen of the other. Video is ahead. Yes, the video is actually being streamed out before I say it in real life. I don't even know how that works, Mellow Red. I don't know how that works, but... Anyways, guys, I'm Dos Valdez. Welcome to Kerbal Space Academy, where we will be covering landers and rover designs. Just kidding. I can't do that for too long. What's up, Hectic? Anyways, I'm Dos Valdez. Welcome to Kerbal Space Academy. Tonight, it's been about 2.5, almost 3 weeks since we've done anything with landers and rovers. We did some landers when we did Kerbal Boot Camp, which, by the way, I'm going to be doing again this weekend. We'll have our first .25 boot camp, assuming it gets launched this week. I don't know. Hopefully it gets launched this week, and we do a .25 boot camp on Saturday. But I am going to be doing landers and rovers. And I think what we're going to do is actually design a lander, maybe a bit bigger lander, right? Because last time we've always done the little landers. We've done the small lander design, piloting, blah, blah, blah. Maybe we'll run out to the moon right quick just with the little one, just to get a nice landing done. And then we'll do kind of a lander rover rescue mission sort of deal. Just to spice it up a little bit. I know there's a lot going on with .25. I am going to continue marching forward, because whether you're in .25 or whether you're in .24, .1, whatever, the concepts are still going to be the same. We're going to get some new parts, we're going to get some new functionality, but the concepts of building landers and rovers will stay pretty much the same, regardless of what version you're in. In fact, it may be a couple days before I actually upgrade to .25. Let some of the shakes, the kinks get worked out. I don't know how I feel about doing a Kerbal Space Academy session without some of the mods, right? Because we rely heavily on the mods to show us what's going on in the game as we do it. And especially Kerbal Engineer, if I can't get Kerbal Engineer running in .25, which I'm pretty sure it'll be compatible when it comes out, but just in case, I do not know. It may be a day or two before I actually upgrade. Because again, there's a lot of hoopla and that sort of stuff. What's up, bro, Sidon? There's a lot of hoopla and stuff about .25. It's awesome. But I want to keep marching forward with Kerbal Space Academy. So, without further ado, this is Kerbal Space Academy. I'm Dos Valdez, and we will tonight be doing landers and rovers. We're going to take a small lander out to the moon. It may not have a very good landing. It may lose an engine. It may not have enough fuel. Why am I writing on myself? That's not going to work. It may not have enough fuel to get back, and then we'll go ahead and make another lander that can also carry a rover, get it out to the moon, land it on the moon, do a little bit of a rescue mission or something along those lines. You know, hoopla, hootenanny. What's up, Pyro Fireman? Everybody coming in. Thanks to everybody for joining. I'm going to do the spiel. I'm going to do it real fast. This is Kerbal Space Academy. I'm Dos Valdez. The entire point of Kerbal Space Academy is I don't have a script. I'm going to cover a topic tonight. It's going to be rovers and landers and rovers, something like that. We'll do a couple landers. We'll do a rover. We'll do like a rescue mission sort of thing, utilizing the lander and the rover out to the moon. But I've never done this before. I haven't practiced it. I haven't built this ship before. I just have the Kerbal Space program knowledge that I have in my head, and you guys hanging out watching my back for whenever I forget stuff. What that means is that I want people to ask me questions as I go through stuff. If I cover something too quickly, if you want me to do something else, if you have an idea, if you see that I forgot the solar panels, whatever it is, put it into chat. If it's a question, I'll answer it for you. That's the entire point of Kerbal Space Academy. I'm here live. I'm not YouTube. I'm not saved. You can ask me the question right now. You type it into chat. I'll read it. I'll answer it for you. It doesn't even matter if it has nothing to do with landers or rovers. Ask it, because there's always a lot of really smart people hanging out in my chat. And even if you have something on remote tech or whatever, you can ask the question in chat. I bet you somebody will be able to answer it. 2 ways you can get my attention. I saw it, Sarah, and I'll get it. There's 2 ways. I forgot to sync my audio. What am I supposed to do? I know the audio's out of sync. I can't do anything about it. I can't do anything about the audio out of sync. It's a Twitch problem this evening. So anyways, 2 ways you can get my attention. You've already seen it happening in the chat. You can type the word DAS, D-A-S, a space before it and after it, like this. Except it doesn't do it when I do it, because it's me. It doesn't need to highlight it. It knows that I'm aware that I typed DOS into chat. But if you type DOS into chat, it'll highlight it in red. What I do on occasion, I'll scroll back through the chat when I've got some time. I'm doing a time work. I'm doing a scene change. Something. I'm drinking some Dr. Pepper. Delicious Dr. Pepper, courtesy of Jersey Mike subs tonight, honestly. Courtesy of Jersey, but that is full of Dr. Pepper, and I really need a coaster. I need a Kerbal Space Academy coaster, I think. I don't have any of that. I don't even have a coffee mug yet. So, yes, thank you, Hectic. Example, the other thing you can do is use the word question. If you say, I have a question, and there are spaces before and after the word question, or punctuation, I think works. Somebody try that. It'll highlight it in red, just like that. On occasion, when I get a chance, I'll scroll through the chat. I answer everything in red. I also try to answer things that aren't in red, but you have a very high probability of me noticing it if you put it in red. What about question? Like question with a question mark sort of deal. See if that works with punctuation directly after it. Anyways, guys, Kerbal Space Academy, Das Valdez, I'm live. Get my attention in chat. I will answer questions. If you need me to go over something again, if you want me to demonstrate something, if you have a good idea, or if you saw that I forget something, it's up to you to help me out. Because I forget things on occasion. I mean, it happens. What can I do? So anyways, tonight we are going to do punctuation might work. Use one of the remote guidance units. I've actually got a processor that's bad around here. The processor's not very absorbent. Nice. Okay, that works. Out of a KSA coffee. Punctuation. Yes, Hectic. Thank you. Punctuation. That is clearly highlighted. Smartass. Ah, delicious Dr. Pepper. Jersey Mike's ain't bad either. So anyways, we're not going to use this guy. We've built him before. We are going to make a new small lander, and we are going to take it to the moon. What's up, HVAC? I don't think just the question works. Really? No. No, we'll give that a try. Yeah, see, that doesn't work. That didn't work. So anyways, guys, we're going to build a really simple lander. A really simple lander. And let's see here. Let's go ahead. Why don't we make it an unmanned lander? We could make it an unmanned lander. That's boring, though. That's totally boring. You know something? Let's make a cupola lander. How often does that happen? Let's make a cupola lander. It's going to go get stuck out at the moon. It's like a photographer ship, right? This photographer has this little ship. He's going to fly out to the moon to take some pictures, and he's going to have technical difficulties. Maybe his engine audio is not going to be synced with his engine video or something along those lines, and it just won't be a good time for him. So, Funny Man, thank you for enrolling in Kerbal Space Academy. I do appreciate it. Let's get going with the lander here. We got that game broken. I don't think the game's broken. That wouldn't be good. What can we do to make this interesting? There are some things we can do. Interesting / more complex. That is pretty. Oh, so pretty. It's pretty and witty. And was gay the last word there? It's a song. I know it's a song. Some sort of musical or something. That looks pretty good. Actually, I kind of like that. I do kind of like that. Bad engine sync. Poor guy. I mean, what can you do when your engine is synced badly? I'm actually going to move this down a little bit like that, because I think that looks cool. Change source or something? I've tried that already, Nubius. I'm just going to have to go with this. I mean, this is busted right here. Not working. Can y'all not see the lander on the screen right now? Are you not seeing me build the cupola lander? What in the deuce is going on? And not have to watch the same Drive Club commercial. We can't see what we're doing. It's just staying static in KSP. This is my KSP source. No, you can... No. You see the already built lander, not the cupola lander. I'm building a lander with a cupola. What I see on my OBS preview is the wrong freaking... I'm pretty sure you're seeing a lander, but you're not seeing the right lander. This is the wrong lander. This is the keyframe lander. Yeah, no, I totally changed... Alright, guys. Wait. OBS is borked. OBS is absolutely borked. I'm not building one. It's just been the lander. I've already, like, built half a lander on the other screen, but it's not changing here. Let me fix it. Yay. There. You there. Go away. It's a static image. I do not know what's going on. I think I blame Click Heroes. Hang on. Somebody get Twitch on the line, right? KSP3. It's not my PC. I didn't change anything. Refresh. Where is Kerbal Space Program? Inner window. Capture mouse. None. I don't understand it, guys. I mean, I do not understand what to tell you with this. I honestly don't understand, because on my screen, I have a lander built with a cupola. And OBS only sees that lander. I have no freaking clue. I haven't had that on the screen for like 5 minutes. Wasn't everyone falling back to OBS this weekend? The static lander is back. Yeah, I see that. Let me add this one. You gotta be freaking kidding me, guys. I mean, what I see in my Kerbal Space Program... IT guy, shut up and reboot. I have. Sarian, I've killed the OBS program entirely. This has nothing to do with what I'm actually showing on my screen. Because the other video capture software, XSplit it would be. I'm not! I'm totally not. I can do this. I mean, I can bump the entire freaking computer, y'all. I have not changed anything, and this is not the lander that I'm working on. I mean, I'll even show you. No, I should take a screenshot. I mean, y'all believe me, I hope. Jump over to XSplit. Nice, back and forth. Tabbing into KSP and make sure it's focused on OBS. Yes, I've tabbed into Ace. Yeah, I'm there. Let's see here. I'll go back to it. This is so ridiculous. I'm in KSP. It is still showing the static lander. Hopefully not a reinstall. Maybe I'm on Duna. Guys, if y'all can hang with me, I do not know what's going on here. I will reboot the entire freaking PC. And we will be right back. Something is wrong. I blame Click Heroes. I totally blame Click Heroes. I have a lot of IT support guys over here. I'm just going to kill KSP. Oh, and when I kill KSP, it goes away. What if I reboot KSP? Let's see what happens if I just bring up KSP here. I'm just going to remove that thing. I'm going to do that. Here, let's just fire up ASP. KSP. KS whatever. Oh, yes, freeze me nice in the face. There's that. You know, that is the first time I've been streaming with that OpenGL switch. That's the only thing that's changed. Someone in chat who told me to put that in there. That is the first time I used the OpenGL switch. Oh. Resize the source window. No, we're good. Fancy mouse. Guys, I have a feeling that may have something to do with it. The only change, I just remember the only change I had, I won't say who, but somebody in chat told me that I should put a switch, an OpenGL switch, in my KSP launcher. And that is the only thing that's changed. Let's get this. I mean, now I'm seeing the right thing. Let's go back to that lander. You can see the load screen okay. Congratulations with that. Apparently I'm full of stars. I'm like twinkling here tonight, so we can play with that. Yeah, that's what I got. That's what I got, Sarian. That, when I opened Kerbal Space Program, that's what I used. Let's see if that's what the problem was. That is the only thing that has changed. It's Illuminati. Somebody was telling me that that would make the game more stable. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see here. There's a green screen. There's that similarity. Let's go with a higher similarity. Let's go with a little bit higher similarity till those things get out of the corner. Am I pretty? Are my teeth phasing out or anything like that? I hate it when that happens. Teeth phasing out. All right, there's KSP. I could totally like, pa! Hit that Kerbal. Let's go back. Let's see if that's what it was. That may have been it, y'all. That may have been it. You may have to stay after class to do some makeup work, almost. Totally pretty. Oh, so pretty. Haven't used an OPL. Yeah. I am pretty. Wash, tell me I'm pretty. Actually, don't do that. Were I unwed, I would take you in a manly fashion. Alright, guys, is that working now? Do we have an empty VAB? Can anyone confirm an empty VAB above me? Is it empty? Is it the VAB? When your teeth phase out, fifth world problems. 'Cause I'm pretty. Yes, because you're pretty. Empty VAB. All right, guys. I blame the OpenGL switch. How about my audio? Is my audio still worked? Static lander. Lunchbox. Timed out. Wait. Timeout. Timeout. Purge. Yes, purge the user's chat. Just kidding. There's nothing I can do about the audio. Empty VAB. Let's build a lander. Here we go. The guy's going on a photography mission. He's going to the moon. Let's just get this done fast. Because we've apparently wasted quite a bit of time. Alright, we got that noise. We've got... Actually, let's do this. Let's do that. I have become a fan of these things. These inline advanced stabilizers now. We've got that. How about a battery? Yes! This number, I'm going to put the smaller fuel tank, the liney one. There we go. And then we're going to do this. 4x symmetry. Yes. Yes. Alright, so did that work out? Yes, that worked out. That's what I'm looking for. So the real question is that firefight DOS makes Serenity. We'll do it one day. We'll do it one day. Let's I don't know. Let's just keep going. Let's see if it gets better. I'm gonna leave the video camera there for now. But let's we'll watch it. We'll watch it. So I've got that. What is my engineer piece? Give me an engineer piece. Yes. Oh, he can also... Here, he can totally pull a Star-Lord with his sweet tape player over here. And there it is. Just listen to some sweet, sweet tunes because your mama gave you a new tape right before she died of cancer or whatever happened. It's not really a spoiler. It happens at the beginning of the movie. Plus, it's like made of the comic book, so I hope I didn't ruin anybody's day there. What is the thrust of weight of this craft using the little OP engine? Nope. Nope. 0.21. Not great. Not great. What is it on the moon? And if you remember, Kerbal Engineer, you can actually go to non-compact mode. You can click on the different planetary body, and you can see your thrust weight on the surface of that body. So my question is not, can I take off from Kerbin in this? My question is, can I land on the moon with this? In order to land on the moon, I'm going to need a thrust weight greater than 1.0, and my thrust weight is 1.24. So that's going to be a little bit of a wonky landing, not going to lie. But we can definitely get her done. We can definitely get her done. You know what else we could do? Here's a cool little trick. Let's do this cool little trick. Doesn't I have a plan? Part of a plan. Just can't use it to go forward and back, but engines can if you want. What? I always used RCS before, but the stabilizers are better since they are energy. Yeah, that you can always get for free. You're exactly right there. I definitely agree with that, Mellored. So let's see here. I don't really like that, right? Whenever you're landing on the moon, a thrust away to 1.24, that's really low, right? And on the plus side, as we burn this fuel out, we will get higher thrust to weight. But look, right now my minimum thrust to weight is 1.24 when I'm completely full of fuel. When I am empty of the fuel available to this engine, that's an important distinction. The fuel available to this engine, I'll be at 1.32. That's not great for the moon. Remember, I clicked on the moon here. However, what we can do is come over here and come down like this. And let's put some fuel lines in, right? Like that. Nah. That's not right. That's not even anywhere near where I clicked. Was that 4x symmetry? It was. And now we'll have a thrust weight of 3.11. So, I could actually go for my moon landing with a thrust to weight here in Engineer, as the moon says right here. I could go for a landing with a thrust to weight of 0.9 or 0.8 even probably, because what's going to happen is as we burn that delta V, as we burn that fuel out of the engines, the weight of the craft is going to drop, and as the weight of the craft drops, the thrust is going to stay constant. And that means that as we burn out, say, half of these tanks, we will actually be operating at a 1.62 thrust to weight. When we burn the tanks out completely, we'll be operating at a 3 point something thrust to weight. Where was that at, by the way? 2.5, 3.1. That's what we'll be doing when we completely burn out all the fuel in this. We will end the fuel with 3.1. But, look at this. We could totally do this. I could either put 4 of these puppies down here, and then we will get a much different 4.84 thrust to weight. That's actually pretty darned high. We could do that, and then we would just drain the center tank first. Let's just go with that. Because the other thing, I mean, that'll also allow me to put this lander on a rocket really well, right? If I put a piece here in the middle. Basically what I'm looking at here is if I put this little piece here, and then I try to go and connect it to the rest of the rocket, going back to the larger diameter pieces, like this. We'll definitely need to put some struts in, because as you can see, that is not the world's most stable connection. It's a little bit skinny. It's a little bit skinny, honestly. And I don't really know that we like that. I really wanted to do something a little bit different, though. Like maybe land on these and just... Is the ISP better on the 50? That's a good question. Spaceman Swift, what's on? Also, Soul Wager, what's on? How did I get you addicted to clicker heroes? I could use a 909, but check out the difference, right? The 909, I don't think that's really going to get me that much more, because look, the 909 puts out 50 thrust, right? 50 thrust for 0.5 mass. This little guy puts out 30 thrust for 0.1 mass. I could put 5 of these guys, and I would end up with 150 thrust. Like, check this out. Look, mass to mass, right? Mass to mass. I could put this, no. I could put that engine on there, right? And I end up with, let's actually go with bidirectional fuel lines here. So I've got those fuel lines going from the outside in, and let's put some fuel lines going from the inside out, like that. So now, no matter where we play the engines, we're good to go. So, for 0.5 tons, right, for the weight of a 909, right there, the 0.5 tons. For 0.5 tons, I could put a single 909, and that would get me 3389. Let's make it non-atmosphere. Jeez, that's about the same. Oh, because we're on the moon already. Good to know. The moon has no atmosphere, so this button, she does nothing when you've got the moon selected as your body. As opposed to Kerbal, watch the Delta V. Whenever you click on the atmosphere button, it actually changes, because Kerbal has an atmosphere. The moon does not, so this button does nothing. So, for a single 909, which weighs 0.5 tons, we can get 3389 Delta V in 2.0 thrust to weight. What about if we put on 0.5 tons of this? So there's 0.1 tons plus 0.4 tons. So that right there, oops, I missed one of them, it looks like. There we go. That right there is the same weight as the 909, right? It's the same weight as the 909, but we get 6.0 thrust to weight, and we get less delta V, about 300 meters per second less delta V. I think the other thing is that this is going to cost a lot more. Yeah, these guys cost 300 each, so 5 engines at 0.1 ton each for a total of 0.5 tons. That'll be 1,500 smackaroos. I'm just going to call them smackaroos. Versus the 909, which will cost us half that, 750. So, we can get by with a lot lower thrust to weight just by using a 909. These engines are OP, but I think from both the cost perspective and a Delta V perspective, this 909 engine will be better. It will definitely be better. What's up, Mad Monster Gaming? How's it going? And I thought we were trying to strand the Kerbal. You can connect the 909 to the main stack easier. You are all correct. The sound is coming faster than the video? Oh my gosh. I don't even know what's going on. Guys, we are having some audio difficulties this night. We think it has something to do with Twitch. We think that it's Twitch. It's definitely not Das Valdez's fault, I tell you that much. I really want to see if I can't tuck this engine way up into here, right? I want to protect the engine. So let's see here. Because if I lose a fuel tank, I can still get home. If I lose that single engine that I have on there, I'm borked. I'm in trouble. So let's try one of these little tanks. Where you at, little tank? There you at. There you at. We'll put that guy on. Now let's see if we can't protect that engine, right? Guard that engine with these tanks. I like... not exactly guarded. That is pretty darn close, honestly. That's pretty darn close. It's not exactly guarded, and I do feel like that engine would pop on us. So we could always... let's see if this will work. Tuck it in a little bit more. There we go. Can I get these down any further? Oh, come on now. How far down can I get them? Up! Yes, I like that. I really like that concept right there. Because see how that engine is guarded by the fuel tanks? If we bust off a fuel tank when we're trying to land, at least we won't bust the engine, right? And we're working with 3302 Delta V. That's something I can get behind. Soul Wager, yes, we are definitely having a little bit of trouble with, I think it's Twitch tonight or something. So, the engine is tougher than the fuel tanks. Oh, that's interesting. What else did I miss? Wakifase, what is my day job? I think, yeah, Mellored. I have a part-time job right now. I'm actually looking for more work as we speak. And I'm trying to see if I can't maybe make a part-time job of streaming, because that would be cool. But I have a part-time job, and I do science demonstrations and experiments for kids. I just did like a water-based thing. If you've ever seen the diving bell thingy where you squeeze the bottle and the little diver goes down because of water pressure and air pressure and how air is compressible, water is not. That was my topic today for the kids. So that is what I do. That is my part-time job, and I'm looking for more work right now. That's why I have time to work on this. I really do wish I could make an actual career or at least a part-time job out of this right here. Anyways, let's keep going. Let's keep going. We're just going to go with that. Somebody raised a valid point. The 909 has a crash tolerance of 7 meters per second, and the fuel tanks have a crash tolerance of 6 meters per second. So that's a good point, but 1 meter per second is a very, very slim margin, right? It is an absolutely slim margin, and I think I would rather lose a fuel tank than lose the engines. But we're going to put we are totally going to put... oh my gosh, dude. We're totally going to put some landing legs on this, guys. Let's go and get it done. Because, again, I do need to build a rover and another lander at some point. So let's just toss these landing legs on here. And what I really want to go for with this guy, this is just like an aesthetic sort of thing. I just want those legs to be right like that. So I've got the engine tucked. That's good. I've got those legs just barely keeping those off the ground. Those landing legs with their shock absorbers should help us do the landing. Let's see here. Butter Your Toast. Welcome to Kerbal Space Academy, Butter Your Toast. We're talking about the... information designing a lander, the different considerations that we go through when we're designing a lander, and we were comparing the different engines that we could use. We have decided to go with this right here. The 909, we tried it with the LV48, whatever. Soul Wager, just because we can, because I was trying to build a lander I haven't built before, and this is a lander with a pod. We were pretending that it was a photographer's lander, right? He's got a great picture. He can take some nice pictures out of this. We are going to send a larger lander to go save him if he has issues. So, thank you very much. Let's see here. There's a disclaimer on the screen acknowledging the sound problem. Okay, I can do that. I can totally do that. And then I will get less questions. Add text. Now with 200% more delayed sound. Please enter a name. Delay. Disclaimer. There we go. Enter text. Now with 200% more delayed sound. Color. Let's make it like some really... Color. I can make it white. Yep, white with a black outline. That is what we like, y'all. White with a black outline shows up anywhere. Where did it go? Delay. Now with 200% more delayed sound. Edit scene. There. You wanted a disclaimer? I can do that. I can do a disclaimer. What font size? Font size 48. There's part of our problem. Make it smaller. Little bit smaller. That. Like that? Yes. Now with 200% more delayed sound. How is that? Will you stop asking me questions, please? Please. I know the sound is delayed. Just bear with me, seriously. All right, back to KSP. Now with 200% more delayed sound. Oh, careful what you wish for. Careful what you wish for surely it shall come to pass. All right, what else am I missing? We're going to get this done. Let's get this thing to the moon, y'all. Let's get it to the moon. We need some power generation. Let's say our photographer is cheap. He's cheap. He can't afford RTGs. He couldn't get the permit, maybe. He couldn't get the permit for them RTGs. So let's just give him 2 little solar panel thingies here. Like that. Yes. Okay, those will stick off the side. Whatever. He'll deal with it. Let's toss some batteries in there. 214%. You know something? Mjolnir, I like that. I like it a lot. Because 200% sounds made up. 214% sounds like science. Alright, back to KSC. Okay, so we are going to need... he wasn't going to rendezvous with anything, I guess. This should get him to there and back. It's just a lander. It's not a rendezvous craft. He's not going to need RCS. We won't worry about that. We've got power generation, power storage. He's definitely going to need some power storage to get through those cold, cold mooner nights. So let's see if we can't give him a couple batteries. Bateros, nations. Seriously now. Aha! I like it. It's tucked. And that's one thing I like about this sort of design. It gives you some room in there to kind of tuck things. That's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Shoots. Can he get back to Kerbin? I don't know if he can get back to Kerbin. Let's see if we can't put 4 shoots on it. Guys, I know we're just tossing things together. I don't even know if that is going to land him safely. I'm not even... actually, let's not use those. Let's use some real shoots. Where's that real shoot at? There we go. Real shoot. Excellent. 4x symmetry. We'll put that like that. Okay. Let's tune the real shoot right quick. Click on it. Next size. That's too big. Previous size is fine. If you don't know real shoots, to tune your real shoots, you actually go into that thingy with the action groups. You click on the little hammer and sickle there, whatever it is, and then you click on your shoot like that to select it. You scroll on down. I'm just going to leave most of this stuff static. And you scroll on down. I'm going to say that on Kerbin I want to land at 5 meters per second. Sensitive photography equipment. And I just leave everything else set. That's all I have to do. Except I need to say that I put 4 parachutes on there. Remember I put on 4 parachutes with the 4x symmetry. Then I can do apply it to all symmetry counterparts. It didn't complain at me. If it thought that it couldn't land the craft with that number of shoots, it would have made a big red error here. But it says that this craft is good to go for return to Kerbin. So, what? You must act like a pirate to get a cookie? I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that means. I know, no, the pod is definitely heavy. The pod is definitely heavy. The only thing we didn't do, guys, was restart the computer, just to toss that out there. But this pod weighs 4-something tons. Look at this. Where's it at? Yeah, 4.54 tons. 4.5 tons. It's all that glass. But the glass, I mean, basically the craft is nothing but fuel and pod, right, with a single engine. And I think we're going to be good. 3,000 Delta V. That's a good moon landing. If you haven't used the subway chart before, remember we can use the subway chart. And looking at the subway chart, somebody could toss me a link if you could. Yes, don't do that. Click through on the subway chart. If you look at this, it's 860 to get a lunar intercept, 210 to get in a low moon orbit, and 640 to actually land on the moon. So that's about 1,000 to get out there and circularize. 640. We should, if we have some sort of kicker stage, we should be able to get out to the moon and back. In fact, this is a little bit different. Thank you, Nubius. I appreciate it. So I almost feel like we need a little bit more thrust to weight, which I wonder how we can do that. We could totally, you know something? This may be really cool. I wonder. Let's see if this design works. I actually don't know if this design is going to work. If you have an SSD, then restart. It's not let's get to space. I do have an SSD. I'm just going to get this one to space. So I've got that. What else did I miss? Speak now or forever hold your heckles. A ladder would be good. Tell me what else I missed. I've got power. I don't have lighting. I think that's what I don't have is lighting. We can definitely do some interesting stuff for the photography lighting. Everybody, that's actually pretty ugly when they go straight down like that, so let's see if we can't tilt it out just a bit. Yes, I like it. Yeah, that's cool. Excellent. All right. Through this chart. So let us continue on and put some lights on this puppy. Where are them lights? An antenna would be good too, for when he inevitably needs to call for assistance. Anything else? Everybody likes to know what the temperature is outside, so we'll give him a thermometer. I don't know why. I don't know why. Let's see here. Oh, Troll-sama. That is actually a mod I have. It's Image Viewer. There is a Image Viewer menu. Let me get over to it right there. If you can see, it's called KSP Image Viewer. I don't think I have it in my channel. I don't think I have that. Scroll down and look at the channel and let's see. Yeah. It is in a game tab. Yeah, the image is definitely in a game tab because I have the KSP Image Viewer that allows you to look at images in game. In fact, you can get a you have an entire directory of images, and in the game, I mean, here's Dr. Pepper hype, right? You can actually do show image and choose different images. There's Megamaid when we were building Megamaid. It is in the game right there. There's the Megamaid's head, which we built. But yeah. KSP Image Viewer. KSP Image Viewer is what I use to do that. And it's really helpful, especially for doing the streaming. I don't have to load it in a new window or anything. So, 2473. What is it on the moon? 3215. That's still not enough to get us there and back. Or is it? We'll see if that works. Did I miss anything else? I'm going to check chat. Let's see here. Nightbot, da-da-da-da-da, not in the list. Thanks a ton. It's not in the list. Thanks, Vakin. Da-da-da-da-da. There you go. Image Viewer. Sarian, dude, you're awesome. Thank you so much. I never did tell you if the Mega Man can switch from suck to blow. Let's see here. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Did I miss any other things while I scroll through the chat right before we get this thing out to the launch pad? Personal post pick. Oh, Crispy Unibrownies. I missed that. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's another mod. I don't do a lot of mods here in Kerbal Space Academy just to keep it accessible for lots of people, but if you have a mod that you really think is awesome, no problems posting a mod there. Needs a disclaimer. Got that taken care of. Cut the stream, reconnect to Twitch. Let's see here. What else are we doing? Actually, what's up, Man Monster? Evening, da-da-da-da-da. I think we've got all the questions handled. And there's the link to that. Struts. I don't think we'll need any strut cyclone. We can put some struts on it, but I don't know if we'll need any for this guy. He should be stable enough already. Anything else? Power generation, thermometer, power storage, main fuel. We don't need RCS. We don't need to dock. Comms, lighting. Didn't do lighting yet. So let's put some little photographer's lights on here, right? Ding. Let's go ahead. No, not like this. Don't be doing me that way, girly. Come on now. All right. Here's a quick tip. I'm trying to get this thing lined up correctly, right? But I can't because I've got it on 45-degree angles. In the VAB, if you look down at these things, these are 45-degree angles, right? Whereas straight like this and straight like that would be 90-degree angles. And it won't put those lights the way that I want it. What I can do to fix that is this right here. I can actually grab one of these tanks, put it on the primary axis of symmetry, right like that. Oops, I gotta put it on the top. Right like that. I can then put my light on with my exact symmetry that I want. See how that's exactly straight as opposed to being pointed out to the side? That is pointed exactly the way that I wanted it. Let's do that. That's good. Then we shall scroll up and put it back. And look at what that's done. That has actually... Come on now. Ding. That has pointed those lights straight out to the side just like I wanted. When I couldn't get it done before, look, if I try to put the lights there now, they go on at an angle, and I can't get them in exactly that same sort of situation. In fact, you could try to rotate them, but because you're working with a 45-degree angle, they won't rotate. Like, see, trying to point it down, that not only points it down, but also tilts it to the side a bit. If you want it to be exactly flush like I did right there, put that on the primary axis of symmetry, which is the root node, basically. Something connected vertically to the root node, or horizontally. Vertically to the root node, and then you can get that thing to line up exactly like that. Did I miss anything else? One last check to chat. It's tasty as Scooby Sacks, like that Delta V, too many numbers, Kerbals need snacks. We got it. EVAing around Mimbus with a thermometer on your back. What's up, Dazarn? Snacks. There's a couple snacks. Two guys walk into a bar. The third was a duck. What? I've seen some jokes butchered. That joke right there definitely got butchered. This would be the photography lander. Photography. Lander. Photography lander. Save. And that guy's good to go. Now we just need to get him to the moon. To the moon. How can we do that? Let's go with compact to get that out of the way. And then we will do this. We're going to put a little stack separator on there. We all know how that goes. Now. 1x symmetry. Stack separator. Excelente. And then let's turn this into a kicker stage. There we go. And let us do this with some fuel tankage for the kicker stage. That's a lot of fuel tank, honestly. Let's see what a poodle will get us. Guys, the poodle doesn't get enough love. The poodle was rebalanced in the last release. And the poodle just seriously does not get enough love. It really doesn't get enough love. It really needs more love. The photography Lanatter. I like it. I like it. The Lanatter. Right. Photography, yeah, we got it. We're good to go there. Spelling errors and everything. This thing, we'll set it up to impact the moon. We will definitely set it up to impact the moon. Guys, I'm going to have to go on mute for just a second. I'm not sure why I'm getting this phone call right here. But I am going to get this done. Let's have a look. Guys, I'm going to need just a second. I'm going to leave this up, but I'm not expecting a phone call here, and it's a family sort of deal. So let me just make sure everything's cool with the family, and I am going to mute myself for just a second. I do apologize for that, but this is an unexpected sort of deal. Just give me 1 second. We'll get back to putting this on the moon here. And I am going to turn off my camera too. Just let me make sure everything's okay, because I'm not expecting that phone call right there.
That's fantastic. Am I broadcasting again? There we go. Okay. Tell me I wasn't broadcasting all that. Pyrofire. The reason the lack of video is the fact that the game just crashed. And the sound is back. The entire game crashed. This is not my evening. It's not my evening. It's not my evening. We've got audio back, guys. Thank you. Thank you for listening to me for just a second there. I did have something that I had to take care of. There we go. I did have something that I had to take care of. I had to take that call. That was a family deal. But I do appreciate everybody. I was trying to get some stuff done there too. And then when I clicked launch, of course, the entire rocket crashed. The entire game crashed. So where is KSP? Let's use that launcher again. The out of sync thing is yes. Note my disclaimer. Wait, it's not even in the center of the camera apparently. My disclaimer right here. Yes. What we're doing. I saw that. By the way, T-Game. I saw the comment about making the middle a skipper. That's something I could have done. That's probably a more efficient thing to do. And then the game crashed. So, you know, what can you do? What a pain, guys. Today is just not the evening for streaming. I do not know what's going on there. Now it's checking for updates. Now KSP is busted. Seriously? Now the KSP website is not working. They didn't release 2.5 or something, did they? Let's go find out. Good night, Irene. Kerbal space program. Oh my goodness gracious. It's just one of those nights. I do apologize. Delay sound is greater than no sound. All right. I am getting a 500 internal server error when I try to go to KerbalSpaceProgram.com. Can anybody else confirm that? Just going to KerbalSpaceProgram.com, I get 100 internal server error. What in the heck is going on tonight, y'all? Well, we can fix that. We can minimize this. We can go over here. We can go to this. We can go to this. We can take off that. We can click OK. Yep, everybody getting 500 internal server error. Confirmed. Guys, are there solar flares or sunspots or something this evening? Page is down, can't check for parts. There you go, nothing on the KSP subreddit. Let's go ahead and open up KSP here, old school mode. Thank you, everybody. We have spent basically an hour dealing with OBS bugs, Twitch bugs. Let me open up this thing here. Twitch, Valdez, Das, whatever. Twitch says that's a switch. It's usually 5:02 o'clock. Nice. Hey, what's up, Adel? Do you know what's going on with KSP? Apparently KSP is down this evening. Of interest. Nice. Okay, there was that. Okay, cool, cool. I'm restarting my game crashed. Then when I'm trying to open the game back up, we get nothing. Twitch Valdez dot whatever. Yes. When I tried to open the game back up, the server was hosed. Then I couldn't get to there. Now I'm back at Twitch. This is just getting on my nerves, y'all. Famous. Did someone famous mention KSP again? Why did that bring it down in the past? What the heck was going on? This doesn't even say that I'm streaming KSP. Do y'all see me streaming KSP? Twitch doesn't even think that Kerbal Space Program is being streamed tonight. What does that even mean? Twitch caught Ebola. You know something? That might be too far from the true. There we have KSP noises. Start game. Ay-yi-yi. You just keep beating this thing down. I'm not going to give up. Where's landers? We haven't even gotten a lander out of orbit yet. DOSFO. Okay, cool. Thanks, Hectic. I refreshed and I got it as well. I don't know what was going on. Back to the lander. Did we even name it? I saved it. It was the Lanatter, right? Let's open up the Lanatter. Where's the Lanatter at? The photography Lanatter. Where are you? There you go. Photography Lanatter. Alright, you see me in the list. Alright, we're going to go there. What I was hovering my mouse over, if you saw me gesticulating with the mouse up here in the corner, I was showing that I had about 2,500 meters per second delta V, 1.7 on the pad, a little bit less than 1,500 here, but that's okay.
1.5, a little bit less than 1.5. The kicker's a little bit weak, but we'll be fine. And then I had, this is my interplanetary kicker, or my inter-mooner kicker, I guess. We're going to kick on out to the moon with that 970 right there. Sweet, sweet 970. And you see how it is, and named it the Lenatter. Well now, never give up. Alright, save this. Let's launch it. That's sweet, sweet. KSA Rickroll. You thought you were coming to learn Kerbal Space Academy, and instead it was Das Astley, I guess, singing Never Gonna Give You Up. Steve! Steve Kerman, the photographer. That's actually a cool name. Let's get this thing launched. 3, 2, 1, space. Panel lock, SAS engaged. Wow, volume down a little bit. That was a little bit loud. Guys, let's actually get some action going. Standard launch profile. Straight up. First checkpoint, 5,000 kilometers. 5 kilometers, 5,000 meters. We want to be going about a $150, $160 meters per second here. That's what we're going to do. Das, to use Everstar's SRB. Zool! I'll be using SRBs whenever they fix them in 2.5, which is hopefully coming out pretty soon. I don't use the SRBs because of the radial decoupler bug. The radial decoupler bug seriously messes with my personal comm. And so I just do this instead. Never gonna give moon up. Never gonna throttle down. Never gonna run around and launch this thing. Yes, T-Game's got my back there. It's a cupola lander. Yes, it is a cupola photography lander, Mitsukichi. We've got photography lights on it. We've got a cupola for that nice 360-degree panoramic view. Second checkpoint, 10,000 meters. Want to be going about 260. Go a little fast, we'll be fine. This craft is very light on payload, very high on fuel. So that happens. I'm going to go ahead and tilt over here to my 45-degree angle. Again, you know it. Somebody else could just type this in chat before it actually happens. Says 90 on the nav ball. It's not 90 degrees. It's actually 45 degrees. We scroll out. We can see that the rocket, with the horizon being 0 degrees, with straight up being 90 degrees, is at a 45-degree angle. That's why this is 45 degrees on the nav ball. It's actually 90 up here at the dot, 0 degrees down there. That's what I say, at least. The numbers on the nav ball, guys, the numbers are headings. 50,000. Turn and burn. There we go. Let's take her on up to 85. Ooh, nice. Sweet. Goodbye, lifter. Thank you for your service. Just going to go ahead and take this up to 80. These numbers right here, you see right there, the 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, that is angle from horizon. That is basically our inclination angle from the horizon. And when I'm up here, you can see that it is 45 degrees. It's halfway between 40 and 50, right? 73, 74. The numbers, the big numbers that are on the opposite direction on those lines of demarcation, those are the heading numbers. Going for 85 as well. This is 90 degrees heading. With north being 0 degrees, 90 degree heading is actually east. 180 degree heading, I can actually roll through them right quick. 180 degree heading down here. Actually, oops, this is north. This is 0 degrees, which is north. You can see 45 degrees right there. That's like northeast. 90 degrees is east. And as we go around, what is 90 plus 45? That'd be 135. 135 degrees would be southeast. 180 degrees would be south. That's what those numbers are. These are the inclinations. What I need to do is actually do a circularization burn right here, which means we press M to get to the map screen. We click on our Apo apps. We won't use precise node. We go ahead and pull the prograde out till we get that. That's a little bit too high. We can click on it to make it stick. You like that click noise? Let's pull it on back now and bring it on down to 85, 78. When they flip, you know they're dang close. 85.6, 86.1. I'll take it. Burn. Minute 12 seconds. Half of a minute, 30 seconds. Half of 12 seconds, 6 seconds. So that's 36 seconds. When this here on the T-minus clock says T-minus 36 seconds, that's when we're going to light this candle. We're going to have one more problem. See if you can name it before I get to it. Because we do have a problem that I just noticed. And there we go with that. So what was the problem? Did anybody see what the problem was? Anybody see what the problem was? Yes, the decouplers are definitely fixed from what I saw yesterday. They're definitely fixed. A lot of ejection force. I saw Shimmy doing that last night too as well, Sarian. That is definitely correct. Is right. Yes, they definitely get a boost. They got fixed. Zool got it. Oh, there you go with T-Game in second place. Not enough Delta V. Look at this. The burn is going to take us right now 600. We only had 500 in the tank. We're going to be at about 100 short. You know the cool thing? That's actually perfect. Because that means that when I run out, I will not be quite in orbit yet. And I will have to burn this tank right here down. And when it is empty, it will not be in orbit. It'll go back into Kerbin's atmosphere. You could pretend that it burns up, or you could pretend that it just crashes. Look at that, almost exactly 100. Ding! 89. That's not exactly 100 at all. So let's get rid of it. Let's do the rest of the burn in this. I love it. I love it a lot. I don't just like it. I love it a lot, honestly. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.9. But whatever. 85 by 86. Bueno orbito. Right there. Where's that other stage that we left in the dust? There's the photography Lenander debris. And let's go ahead and look at debris. Did y'all know that if you are on the map screen and you highlight up here, this thing comes down? I know a lot of you knew. But you can actually just view debris. Debris. If you right-click, it'll just show you the debris. If you right-click again, it'll show you everything. And if you left-click, it will add or remove things one at a time. So left-click toggles on a single element. So if I just wanted to look at the landers, I could left-click that and turn it on and off. If I wanted to only look at landers, I could right-click on landers, and it would turn everything except landers off. And if I wanted to undo that action, I could right-click it again, and that would turn everything on. Pretty cool. So if I wanted to click on debris and just see debris, I could right-click on debris right there, and that will gray out everything except the debris. We can zoom in. When I point at this debris, we can actually see that that debris, the photography Lenander debris, is crashing back into Kerbin. Hooray! No space junk. So we're just going to go ahead and let that thing go on back down there. The next thing we need to do is... let's see here. Go to the moon, basically. So let's plan our node. I pressed M. I got over here to the map screen. Yeah, right? Thader, dude, I totally did that on purpose. With radial attachment to the tiny fuel tank in the lander. So you may get explosions when you come up with the lander from the poodle stage. Really? Yes, we may get something going on. You are correct. That is a little bit tucked in there, and it may be touching those fuel tanks. We will have to see if that makes it out or not. But see how those things, Soul Wager brought up an excellent point. See how those things kind of clip? Maybe the entire rocket will blow up. Maybe he'll need to be rescued. I don't know. Maybe the entire... I don't even know. Right kick filter. So much easier. Yeah. There you go. Mitsukichi. Thank you. I'm glad you learned. I didn't know what the heck was going on up there for the longest time. So anyways, to the moon. To the moon. First we go. We zoom out. We find the moon. Where you at, moon? There you go. Click on it. Set as target. Here's a cool one. In DK, actually. DK was working on some stuff, and DK showed me this one. He's like, hey, just go over here and put your node on the backside, all right? Because y'all know me. If you've seen me doing the moon before, I always line the moon up, right, like that, right? I say put the moon on the horizon, scroll up a little bit, and put a node right there, right? That's how I do my mooner transfer. You could actually, if you wanted to play with the node a little bit, just put the moon on the opposite side of the planet, wherever, right? Wherever, it doesn't matter. Put a node here, add maneuver, drag it out until you get to 850 meters per second. Right here, I want that to say 850, 830, 840, 850. Let's see what we get with 850. So now, what is this telling me? It's telling me that when I get to here, the moon's going to be there. Not good, but remember how we do our Hohmann transfers, right? Let me move Kerbal Engineer out of the way. Remember how we do our Hohmann transfers? I can actually click on the node when it is in node mode like this, and I can actually move it. And I can pull it around the side of Kerbin. And look at what's happening. When I change exactly where I'm going to burn, look at us catching up with that moon. When I'm on the back side of the planet right there, yeah, you can't just get there where the moon is right now. You've got to get there when the moon is going to be where it's going to be, all the way over there. So if I pull this all the way around, all I have to do is line those two things up, and bam, all of a sudden we get a mooner encounter. That is exactly what we want. And the cool thing is, the really cool thing about that is that not only have we demonstrated that we can move this around like this, and look, we can even get different mooner encounters just by changing exactly where we burn. I actually like this better than the way I used to do it. Look at that mooner encounter change. Wow, that changed a little bit fast, honestly. Look at the mooner encounter change. That makes us hit the moon, apparently. If I drag a little bit past it, look at that mooner. That's like a mooner slingshot that would put me in a much higher orbit. So I could play with the encounter not by changing the delta V, but just by changing where I move the node to, which is honestly really cool. In fact, I can't quite get it with 850. I may be able, wow, that was a weird one. I may be able to get an actual free return trajectory. That's a really short mooner flyby. But look, let's just go ahead with a normal mooner insertion. I'm going to keep dragging it until we get, there's that mooner periaps, right? That looks really good, 63. Then we can do the gut check. Remember how I used to do it? Put the node on the horizon, see if the moon is in it. You can actually see that for this specific encounter, the moon's up a little bit, but it's just past Kerbal. So pretty close. I bet you we would get a different encounter if we brought it back over. It would probably be on the other side of it, because that right there is a retrograde orbit. We can deal with a retrograde orbit. We're not doing anything besides collating data there, so we just need to get out there. We'll go into that retrograde orbit. Moon insertion. Oh, solar panels. Deploy them. Yes, thank you. But anyways, that was the way we could do it right there. Now we've got an encounter with the moon. We're just going to roll with it. Could I see how it's going to kind of shoot us up? Could I fix that right now? I bet you I could. If I burn down a little bit? Nope, that doesn't do anything. If I burn up a little bit? Nope, that doesn't do anything either. Oh, well, now I'm borked. I'm just going to leave it. 0.9. We'll leave it that way. Let's go ahead and do this burn. 17 minutes. We'll get out to the moon. So what do we have? This is 850 meters per second. We've got what in the tank, Kerbal Engineer? 1310. So we'll definitely have fuel left in this tank here. Let's go and find our node. Step 1, find the node. Step 2, deploy the solar panels. We're doing okay on charge, though. We did put those 2 big, beefy batteries in there. There we go. Alrighty. Deploy the panels. There goes one. He did spring. Like we said, Steve sprang for the extra the extra money to get the enclosures on his solar panels, just in case. Let's see here. What else do we have? That's good, that's good, that's good. And we are going to go ahead and fast forward on out to our burn. It's going to be a minute 38 seconds. Kerbal alarm clock trick here. Click on Kerbal alarm clock. Minute 38, half of a minute is 30. Half of 38 is 15 plus 4, which is half of 30 plus half of 8. So 15 plus 4 is 19 plus 30. That's 49 seconds on this burn. So let's do this. Let's just go ahead and add a Kerbal alarm clock. Not for the node. Oh, yeah, we can do it for the node. Yeah, let's do the node, not raw time. Node. And I'm going to put it to 49 seconds out. Let's see how this goes with 49 seconds. I know it's going to happen, but let's go with 49 seconds. Add alarm. And then theoretically, this should warp me straight up to the time that I'm supposed to stop burning. So let's just hands off. Oh, well, that's not very impressive. That is a very slow warp. I'm like, look how fast I'm warping. And then it's like super slow. Jeez, oh Pete. Also got that monopropellant. I guess he could be using it like a whippet or something. Maybe that's his recreation. As he goes out there, he sniffs monopropellant. It's 10 units is not a small amount. There's 49 seconds. Delete on close. Whoa, we missed it by like 3 seconds, but let's start burning. So I guess the moral of the story is if you're using alarm clock to warp up directly to the burn like that, put 5 or 10 seconds onto it. If it's a 49-second burn, set your alarm for 59 seconds or 60 seconds or whatever. That will make it a little bit more easy. It'll show you the burn times for completed burn at node, or halfway through the node, so you know when to burn without calculating it. Sarian, what are you talking about there? What are you talking about there? You're talking about it takes the change in thrust to weight into account with the burn time? You approve of the amount of delayed sound. I don't know. I didn't. I'll restart my computer. Before we do free play, I'll restart the computer. The solid state drive should make it go pretty quickly. I still have my disclaimer up, right? Yes. I do. Have my disclaimer up! I'm so bad at the Kung Fu thing. My dubbed English. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. Let us see here. Just going out to the moon. We've got plenty of Delta V. Remember, Kerbal Engineer was telling us that we had what? 600. It's only 120 to complete the burn. I have to read those numbers really quickly because they change as I try to read them. And we are just burning out to the moon. 3, 2, and stop! 0.8. Good enough. Let's go check our encounter. Press M. There is the moon. There is our low slingshot of the moon. That's pretty cool, actually. Here's another trick. Did you know that you can click on the moon and do focus view to get a detailed view of your encounter? Check that noise out. That's actually pretty cool. That, you know, that's where we're going to be passing the moon. The other thing that we can do. I can actually, let's go back to Kerbal. Nope. No. Actually, let's go back to the ship. Pressing backspace on your keyboard focuses on the ship itself. That's good. Why is it gone? Oh, we're still just showing debris. By the way, if you use that trick that I showed you before and you right-click just so that you can see debris, you may come back to your ship and have something that looks like this. You're like, where's my ship? I don't see it. Sometimes it takes me 5 minutes to realize that I have everything turned off. Just right-click debris. Right-click debris twice. Turn everything back on. You can left-click debris to turn it back off. And that will get you your little icons back. What we wanted to do here was come out here and click right there and do add maneuver. And now that I've done add maneuver right there on the descending node, what I'm actually going to do is correct that descending node. But the cool thing is when I correct the descending node, I'm actually going to click on the moon and do focus view. And as I work on that node back there in Kerbal, notice how I rotate it around. I am going to, since that's the descending node, I want to burn triangle up, pink triangle up, also known as normal. And let us go ahead and pull a little bit of normal and watch what happens to the lunar pass here as I burn normal here to fix this node. See, as I put normal delta V into my burn, it actually brings me up equatorial on the moon. Bing! That's still not exactly right. We could also look at the node. It still says negative 0.2 if you could see that there. So let's go a little bit more. Negative 0.1. A little bit more. What is that? Negative 0.1. Let's just go all the way to 0. Right like that. 0.0 on the ascending node. And the node switched. That's going to give us a very nice equatorial pass on the moon. I like it. It's the best lighting for photography or whatever. I don't know. And let's try for those craters, y'all. Since the canyon system is on the daylight side of the moon right now, let's see if when we get there it is. But let's do this burn. It's going to be in 3 minutes. It's a 2-second burn. We're not going to worry about that too much. I don't even have to switch off the moon. I'm still focused on the moon. I can go and find my node. I think it would actually be up from here. Wow, I can't wait for that part of 2.5. The indicators, and there it is. The enhanced nav wall that gives you normal, anti-normal, radial in, radial out. That will be fantastic. Let's see what we got. 2 seconds. Let's warp through this right quick. 2, 1. Tick, 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 tick. For everybody just joining us, I'm doing Kerbal Space Academy. We were going to do rovers and landers. We're going to see if we can't still do landers and rovers. We had some serious technical difficulties getting the stream started this evening. There's still a bit of a chat delay going on, which is a little annoying. Let's do a burn. Look at that. You can see... Whoa! What? That's not what I want at all. Why are we going to hit the moon? Well, that's not where I want to land. We will fix that whenever we get to the moon. But apparently execution of that node put us in a little bit more of an encounter, a litho encounter there, not just an orbital encounter, but an encounter with the surface of the moon. We'll fix that when we get there. Let's just go ahead and time warp now. Again, I'm still focused on the moon. Look at my craft come out. See? You can see the photography Lenatter coming on out. Look at that little dude. I wish I could do the as he goes around. He's not really going fast enough for that. Let us see here. Going around and around and around. I don't really want to fast forward through that, but since we're already borked anyways, let's see what happens. Periaps 1659, when we fast forward through it, Periaps 74. We lost a pretty darn good amount of periaps by warping through that. Did you see it? I know it went fast. Did you see it go from 1649 or whatever to 74 meters? We lost like 1,500 meters because we warped through the encounter. It's no bueno, mister. I know that I can fix this here if I just do a little bit more of this. Let's put this guy up at 18 or so. No. Sometimes... Oh! You can also click on this and drag it backwards to remove prograde delta V. 16, let's go on down to 15. 13, good enough. 15.6, yeah, that's fine. And let's find the node. we actually don't have to wait for this one. This is actually one of the nodes that we don't have to wait for because look, the node is exactly on our prograde vector right now, right? That is the prograde vector. That's the way that we're pointing. We don't have to wait any amount of time really. If we just burn this node right now, we'll get the same results. Look at that raising up. That is exactly what I wanted. And when that gets to 16, 12, 13, 14, 15. Good enough right there. We didn't have to wait another 6 minutes to burn that node. If you're in a situation where the node is directly on your prograde, retrograde, something like that, basically your orbit is not going to significantly curve in the time that it takes you to get to the node, that means that you can burn the node pretty much whenever you want. One exception to that rule would be ascending and descending nodes in interplanetary space, I think. But a lot of the times, there are situations where you don't actually have to wait for the node. Here's what we're going to do. I am not going to circularize. I am going to go straight for that canyon system right now. And we are going to just try to take our delta V out until we have an encounter with the canyon system. That's a little bit too long, or a little bit too short. That is kind of what I want. Do you see how I'm clipping into the canyon system right there? That's what I want to give a try. We will fly the rest manually. So this node is 296. We've got 400 in the tank. I'm going to crash this to the surface. I'm going to time warp a little bit here. I'm also going to add a Kerbal alarm cup, and I'm going to check the chat because I haven't done that in a minute. So let's time warp just a little bit. How's that looking? 45? Yeah, let's check the chat, y'all. When you avoid install, I'll show you the burn times. I think what you were saying is that it counts for the changing thrust to weight. So that's kind of cool. Space Ops violation. Zool, you got me, dude. Burning with the solar panels out. You know that the space operations, the DOS Space Operations Manual says don't make burns with the solar panels out. And I just did a burn with the solar panels out. You totally got me. You totally got me. Oh my gosh. Caught on tape. No tape. Caught on electromagnetic radiation. Could you move the disclaimer up just a little to the right so we can see how long until you hit the nodes? Ooh, Lunchbox. Okay, good deal, Lunchbox. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. I see the disclaimer is totally... Good call, man. Thank you for putting that in the chat. I did not think about that. There you go. How's that? That'll work for now, or I could put it up here, I guess. That's probably a good place to put it, right there. Dude, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I totally appreciate the getting my back there. Edit scene. How am I doing? I can actually look right here. 33 minutes. All right. Any other questions? Lunchbox. I got your back, Lunchbox. Thank you so much for that feedback. Once you create the node, it brings up additional info. Yep, gotcha. Captain Sprinkles. In strictly platonic sense. Strictly platonic sense. Alien isolation. Is there a map with all the Easter eggs and .24 printed on it? Snuggly Squid, if you go to the wiki, you can actually go and get the map of where the Easter eggs are for each planet if you want to spoil it that way. And I think they're all pretty much, what's the word I'm looking for? Anti-spoiled, like they're despoiled. They're covered with spoilers, so if you just want to see some planet or something like that, they do have that all on the wiki. That is what's going on. What's up, Goku? How's it going? Gustav the cat also did not see you come in. Adel, found everyone on the moon with it. Okay, cool. Scansat will do it too, Soul Wagers got your back. Little retrograde, yes. Radial out, yes. I think I need prograde there, actually, didn't I? You know, so mouse wheel to change the vectors. Quantitas, yes, but I hate it. It's so weird the way that it does the mouse wheeling. I'll show you why. You need to overshoot the canyon, yes. I'm going to actually ditch that stage and then burn vertically so that I can kind of fly over the station, because I definitely want the kicker stage, the lunar kicker stage to crash into the surface of the moon. Dave, what's up also? Dave, didn't see you come in. So are you going to do a space plane? Hey, Wazzy, I do space planes about once a week. And we are going to do space planes later this week. Not sure what day it is. I am going to be rebuilding my .24.2 space plane that carried 8 Kerbals to orbit using the new .25 parts. So I'm basically going to wait until .25 comes out. I'm going to install .25 for that, and I'm going to show you, here is what you could do with the old space plane parts. Here's what you can do with the awesome new space plane parts. That's going to be my space plane stream this week. So we're going to rebuild the lame duck into the dapper duck or something. I don't know, the dapper sparrow or something. But yes, I'll do space planes later this week. I wish you could tip without PayPal. Dude, Sleepy, I totally appreciate that. I think right now the only thing is PayPal. I don't think that there's any other way. I don't know if you can use Visa checkout or anything. I don't think you need a PayPal account to do it. I'm not sure. I'd have to look into that. Went to the page. You used ProGrade, but radial out would have cost less. Yes, you're correct. Sound delay, yes. OIDOS, finally got a screenshot of void uploaded. Regular displays are off the right. Maneuver node. And then we are going to... Am I well past this node? Am I crashing? 7 minutes. All right, I have enough time to look at the screenshot here. That's a lot of stuff all over the place, honestly. Is that your config that you've got there, Sarian? That is something I'm going to look at. What are we at? 5 minutes? Guys, I've checked all the chat. Stream audio is fixed. Pyrofire? Stream audio is fixed. Nice. Let's see here. I did? I didn't say anything about the release. Like, later this week, what I said specifically is that if it gets released later this week, I'm going to do it. I'm waiting for the Spaceplane episode until it gets released. So I really hope that whatever testing that they're doing gets done so that I can rebuild a lame duck. That's kind of what we're looking for. Look at that. That's perfect. That's perfect. Close alarm. Let's go ahead. We are coming in. The canyons are on the far side of this crater, I know. Where am I at? I don't actually... Oh, I need to do the burn. Yes, I haven't actually done the burn yet. Let's go find the burn. Solar panels, what? You know something, Zool? We're going to do this one burn. Do this burn live, too. I'm really not going to worry about this because this is kind of a unplanned kind of deorbit burn. So I'm not worried about the time. I'm just going to kill off this orbital velocity and fly it on out this way, right? I really just want... That's interesting. Yeah, there we go. I really just want some sort of impact on the canyon wall here, and then I can, ding! Right like that looks freaking bueno to me, honestly. Is it going to crash? I really hope that it's going to crash, because I want to see us... Oh, wow. Let's burn a little bit more. There we go. That right there looks like it's going to crash. I mean, it goes through the moon. How could that not be a crash? It's hard to tell without clicks in the VAB. Nice. Let's see here. Dude, Darth Bellon, it's so worth it, man. The game is worth it. I mean, it's $26, and it pains me. Y'all have heard me say before that it pains me to see games getting $60, $70 bucks. Going for $60 or $70, and this game is so freaking cool, and it's $26. It's $26.99 or something, I think. It's a steal. It's absolutely a steal. I'm a huge fan of it. Why does it feel... Oh, we're going over the dark side, and we're going to have a very low pass over the moon. So let's see how dangerous how danger-esque it can be. Okay. There goes a time warp. Guys, we're just, look at this. We could totally be taking some sweet mooner photography shots here. Let's go to Steve as we go. IVA. Look at this. I mean, doesn't the cupola make for some excellent mooner shots? Look, we could actually click on that and get some... Jeez, that's actually going a little bit fast for my taste. Like, look at that. He could totally take pictures of the edge of that crater if that's what he wanted to do. Look at this up here. Look at this mooner photography. I mean, I think I may, you know... I think I may do some photography here of my own with the print screenings. There you go. What? Oh, look at that crater. He could do a really awesome mooner survey from this cupola pointing down like this. Look, moon in every freaking direction. I love it. I love it. Let's not crash, though. Let's not get carried away. There we go. Ah, it's just really cool. That cupola weighs a whole heck of a lot. It only carries one Kerbal, too. It doesn't even carry that much monopropellant. It's like... I don't even know why the cupola carries monopropellant, honestly. It doesn't seem like a part that should carry monopropellant. But apparently Steve needed his recreation while he was up there. So, we are just going on around the moon here. Let me look at... Oh, we're so far away from that crater. We're doing it... Oh, that's a problem. That right there is a problem. That's not going to work. It's not going to work at all. So how do I fix that? I don't want a KSA photography class. Crazy, the game is... That's the cost of the game. It comes on sale. Dude, Gustav, even when it's not on sale, man, for $26. Oh my gosh, that's like the cost of 2 pizzas. Like, forego 2 pizzas and have this awesome game. It's one of the best dollar per minutes, right? If you were to calculate the number of hours that I've played this game against $26 that I paid for this game like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, something like that, That looks like it fixed us. Wow, that's going to be a low pass, but we'll be okay with it. We'll slam it in once we get over our main crater there. If I calculated the dollars per minute I've got out of this game, let me tell you, it would be awesome. Look at this. Wow, I've only got 83 meters per second of delta V left in this tank. Interesting. I need to crash this thing. I honestly... Huh. Dude, what's up, Slim? How's it going? I got an audio bit of a problem with audio tonight, dude. I don't know if you've heard anything about that. But my audio is delayed, and I didn't change any settings. I'm going to have to restart my computer, maybe. I just want to get this thing out of orbit, and I'm just going to burn it straight down and see if I can't, with 86 meters per second, get rid of this thing. Where am I at? No, where am I at? Backspace takes me to focus on my craft. That's such a useful thing. And let's just burn straight down and see if I can get rid of this junk. Yes, that will crash the junk. And you know what will honestly be awesome? If we now F5 for safety, double F5 for double safety, it would be cents per hour. No way. Are you, Slim, are you getting me delayed? Are you getting me delayed? Let's see here. Let's see if we did a double F5 for double safety here. Slim, am I coming through as delayed for you, or was it just people connecting at the beginning of the stream? That would be a good thing to know. Let's go ahead and flip the other way, because I want to decouple it downwards to make sure that it goes explodey boom. So what does that mean? That means that I'm actually going to give this thing a little bit more radial in delta V whenever I decouple it. F5 for safety one last time, and then let's click on decouple here just to see if my entire rocket ship blows up. Ah, we're good. Clean separation. Clean separation. That's excellent. And now what we can actually do... Wow, look at that lunar surface, right? I'm actually going to burn up a little bit more to raise myself above this. I'm going to have to activate the engines, I believe. Yeah, there we go. Let's burn up just a little bit so that I miss that land right there, right? And there we go. What's my periaps there? 5,000 meters. That looks bueno. Now we're going to be drifting away from our debris, but I'm going to follow it down. This will be a great photography opportunity here. Because look at this, y'all. We can point down. Let's actually set that guy as a target. Set that guy as a target. Go IVA. Look at this. We can actually watch this debris go from the cupola. The cupola has such... Look at that. That is pretty cool. Right there. In fact, he could do like a time-lapse photography of this thing. He could do some ultra-fast photography whenever it actually crashes. I am going to watch it crash, is what I want to do. What's my time to periaps? Time to periaps, 2 minutes. So let's go a little bit faster. Wow. I heard a rumor that the moon was getting a new surface in 0.25 as well. Look at it! Look at its shadow! Look at its shadow! Oh, that's cool! That's cool. Look at that. Look how low to the ground that thing is. When the shadow touches that thing, we're going to be in for some fireworks, guys. BAM! What just happened? There it was. It hit so fast I couldn't even follow it. That was pretty cool. That was honestly... I like that. Alright, now I feel like I'm kind of approaching the ground pretty quickly, so let's make sure that nothing bad happens. What is my altitude? Wow, I'm so close over the lunar surface. I think I'm going to clear that, though. I'm pretty sure I'm going to clear that. Let's go with a gear check. And let's go ahead and retract those panels in, just for a safety. We don't land with our solar panels. We do all sorts of stuff. We take pictures of exploding debris. Solar panels extracted. Extracted? Unretracted. Let's see here, though. What's the shortcut to click and set as target? I just double-clicked. Left. Double-clicked. A couple times. Guys, and I see a lot of chat about the price of the game over there. I also see some chat about pirating the game. It's not cool about the whole pirating the game. I mean, I know the argument for pirating it. Oh, well, I pirated it and then I decided to buy it, right? I get that. Like, I understand that that's a common thing. This game is not a game that I do that for. I mean, at 26 bucks, if this game was $100 or something like that, maybe I'd give you a little bit more leeway, but at 26 bucks... It's a free demo. There's a free demo you can download. Look at this, guys. We are barely going to miss that. Somebody tell me. 5, 4, 3, 2. Wow. Anyways, at $26, plus the fact that this is a free demo, there's absolutely no reason to pirate this game. It's such a freaking awesome game. It is an absolutely awesome game. So go for the free demo. Guys, it's actually here, I think. Do I still have it here? Demo? Do I have a link to it? There you go, dude. If you want to give it a try, just go with demo. Yeah, I know, Sleep. I didn't exactly get caught up there. 1 meter off the ground. Yeah, but that's totally cool right there. At 26 bucks, there's just no reason to do it, guys. It's such an awesome game. So we are over this crater now. I'm not going to quite doing it, and what I need to do, here's the thing I need to do. I need to bleed off the horizontal philosophy? The horizontal velocity. I need to bleed off the horizontal velocity without decreasing, without going towards the surface of the planet. And we're going to try to go right for that. I feel like I need to start burning right now, though. What is that? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to find my retrograde. There's my retrograde. And I'm going to open up Kerbal Engineer, and I'm going to look at that surface tab, right? Because that surface tab is going to tell me what my vertical speed is. Not so much. Let's go ahead and fire this engine up and see what I can do to try and keep my vertical speed near 0, but get rid of the horizontal velocity. So I am killing horizontal speed here, not as fast as I'd like to, but we did start it. I'm moving vertically in millimeters per second, so that is a very slow rate of vertical movement. When I go negative on my vertical speed, I want to burn up a little bit. Nope, that's down, DOS. Up a little bit. I want to burn up a little bit, and I want to try and keep this vertical speed as close to 0 as I can. All I'm really doing is bleeding off horizontal speed, not the vertical speed. That looks like it's coming up pretty quickly. We'll handle the side to side whenever I get up there. But I'm just trying to keep this vertical speed. See, look at that. I need to point up a little bit more. Try to keep this to a very low number. If you didn't have engineer, you could also be looking up here and trying to keep this very close to 0. This is a very, very, very efficient way to land because we're not giving gravity a long time to act on us, right? We were skimming 5,000 meters off the surface, actually only 2,000 meters off the surface. What's our vertical speed? Wow, we're coming up on that canyon wall relatively quickly. I am actually going to try to get me some more vertical speed here because I feel like I'm going to hit that canyon wall if I'm not careful. So let's get us a little bit of vertical speed here. I'm still bleeding off that horizontal speed. My thrust to weight also increasing. Remember, here it is. The thrust to weight, every time I burn fuel, I get rid of more of that. So that right there looks good. I do want to go up a little bit. I want to pop over that. Let's get that horizontal speed down to about $1.50 and get that vertical speed back positive. The more I point up, the more my vertical speed will increase. See? There you go. Look at that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That, I'm just trying to pop over that crater, then come to a complete halt. Horizontal speed, we also need to kill it off again. That's wrong. I definitely look like I'm going to hit that, don't I? But I basically want to fly above it. I want to fly above it, and I want to get this down to about 150, right? That's what I'm trying to do here. Got plenty of Delta V. This lander had lots and lots of Delta V. So let's see if we can't fly over the wall of the canyon here. Alright, how are we looking? 23 meters per second up, 150, that's what I wanted to see. And now I just need to keep doing this up. By the way, now that I'm doing this because I'm aiming for the canyon, this is not a particularly efficient way to do it. But I just am trying to burn up until I miss this wall. Do some sweet, sweet photography. There you go, have some photographs. Okay, continue. Back with the landing. I do not want to hit that, and I'm going to keep flying along the surface at 150, 160 meters per second of velocity, but I do not want to hit that wall. And remember, I'm right next to the canyon now. I'm right next to the canyon. We could have done this a lot more efficiently. There we go. I'm still not going to quite make it to the canyon. In fact, the canyon is pretty far north of me. It's going to take me a while to get into the canyon. I really should have tweaked this trajectory to fly into the mouth of the canyon. Basically, right now I'm flying beside it. See that big canyon right there? And I'm flying directly beside the canyon. So maybe what we say is that we want to burn. Wow, that ground's coming up fast. I'm going to burn. I'm going to ditch this horizontal velocity. I don't want to hit the ground, though. Let's burn up. Anytime you look like you're going to start hitting the ground, you can burn up. I mean, like, you know, burn upwards, not like, you know, burn up, because we're on the moon. There's no atmosphere there. Just in case you were wondering. Now look at this. Look at this, guys. I got a good idea here. I got a good idea. I'm going to kill all of my horizontal velocity now. Just killing it off, boss. How's my vertical looking? Negative 14. I'm not liking that, so I'm going to need to burn more up. This is too fast. Again, when I burn at an angle, I'm killing both horizontal and vertical velocity. And there we go. Now we've bought ourselves some more time. Let's burn off some more horizontal velocity. And then do that right there. Dorsal side. Where's my dorsal side? There's my dorsal side. It's where the hatch is, right? Let's go land on the rim of the canyon. So, I'm going to fly over to the rim of the canyon. See if we can't get some sweeping canyon shots here. We know that this is the rim of the canyon, right? Scroll out. See that big canyon? I'm just going to try to go up to the rim. And let's bend our trajectory over like that. And see if we can land right here. If you're going to hit the ground. I'm just going to go for the rim of the canyon, because I think that should give us some really picturesque shots for Steve, the Kerbal photographer here. And look it, I'm just paying attention to lots of different stuff. Vertical speed, keep it positive. That's safe. Horizontal speed, don't get it too high. I don't want to add too much vertical speed into there. And that will allow me, whenever I get over here to the edge of the canyon, I still feel like I'm going to come in short. I just have a feeling, right? It looks like if the trajectory continues, I'm going to come in short. So I'm going to burn up and I'm going to land. I'm going to aim at this point right here. Again, put your dorsal side like that, and then you can aim right there at that point of land. Let's see if we can't put her right there. That's where I want her. And I'm going to need to bleed off that horizontal speed again, like this. Look at these sweeping canyon views. I like it. I really like it. Just watching my negative. I don't want too much. I don't want to be going down too much. I want more horizontal. Basically, I'm flying over there. I'm just flying over to this little point. Right? Let's ditch that. That was a little bit too much. Fly it over to the little point. There we go. Correct. There we go. Not the world's most efficient landing, guys. But we're just talking through how it works. Look at that point. I'm going to get her over to that little point right there. We could have definitely planned this a whole heck of a lot better. But look at that surface speed. I like that surface speed. Mostly horizontal speed, not a lot of vertical speed going on. And then when I get right over here, let's just go back negative. There we go. Let's go ahead and kill some speed. Kill some speed, kill some speed, kill some speed. Fly it a little bit more. You're not at the point yet. Ah! Pretty close. I was trying for that. Let's go over to the point, honestly. I wanted to go to the point. What am I, embedded on the ground? And there we go. Kill the vertical, the horizontal speed. Pretty good. Now can you see why I protected my engine? I wanted to protect my engine so that when I did those little wacky maneuvers like that, no matter what, I didn't hit that engine. I mean, look at this. This is not the world's best landing zone, honestly. But I was trying to go right for that point. We should have some really good IVA views, though. We should have some terrible IVA views. Apparently, we are not able to see anything because his head is too low. We'll have to go down to the canyon to do that. He could always get out. Where's my camera button? Let's see if this even reaches. Let's go EVA. Just stand on top of your pod, dude. That'll do. Jump. Get that sweet mooner jump. There you go. And from right there, he could take some pretty nice views of the canyon. I think. Look at him. He's liking it. Not the most stable thing in the world, but he's liking it. Let's see here. What else did we do? Let me check the chat while we have this picturesque thing. Okay, good. That's where I left off. There was the link to the demo. We totally got that. Indie devs, dude. Skunk Slayer. I like that rule of thumb. Don't pirate indie devs, man. Guys that put blood, sweat, and tears into this sort of stuff, that's freaking awesome. Altimeter, It had no clue what to do. This one over here, wait, were you talking about me? I don't even know what you were talking about. Were you talking about me? Crashing into things? Not a lot of... Your lander rolled. Mine almost rolled over. Server browser totally blew up. If you're going to hit the ground. All right, I saw that. Slim, thank you, sir. What's up, Dutch? How's it going, Dutch? Take picture from the edge of the canyon. Check, Gustav, check. Got it done. Yeah, games, Command and Conquer. That's old school. Click on a window to look out of it. Will it works? Will it work? Let's actually have a look. I like that. This is actually a good picture here. Standing on the canyons of the moon with my photography lander, right? That's pretty cool. Print screen. I need Slim's camera. Slim, where's your camera, man? Where I could take a real-world picture. I don't have one around here. I could use my old-school Nokia phone to take a picture of it. I should do that. It looked like the original Mooner. Wait for it. There. I'll post that on Twitter later. The picture off my Nokia bar phone. And see how it looks. Alright. You there. Get back in your lander. Wow. Okay. Or do that. Just jump to the bottom. Grab. Climb. Board. There we go. Now, let's see here. Let's see if that would work, Soul. You said click on a window to look out of it. So click on that window. I can just barely see, but I really can't see anything that I couldn't see before. Like if I, no, let me out of this mode. There we go. Like, see, we could we see the ground there? No, I guess not. We couldn't see the ground there, and then we double-clicked. Yeah, okay. So we got a little bit of Mooner action there that you couldn't see before. All right, good deal. Can you look out the feet windows? Oh, apparently it won't let me look out the foot windows. I couldn't, like, do that sort of maneuver. Can I see anything out this way? Just our antenna and a little bit of moon. Guys, let's take this lander down to the surface of the canyon. Camera. No, camera. Alright, let's go see what waits us on the surface. Old Nokia. Dude, I told myself that I would get a new phone whenever this one broke. What was my problem? My problem was it's a Nokia bar phone. Twinkies, Nokia bar phones, F5 for safety. Let's go down to the base of the canyon. Those are my landing gear. Apparently, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to actually do this number. It kind of seems like there should be a keyboard shortcut for retracting the ladder, don't you think? Let's see what we can do. I kind of see... There we go, getting ourselves out of the moon. Let's go fly down that way and see if we can't get maybe on the shoulder and get some canyon views up and down the canyon. I mean, that right down from us looks great. That right down from us looks great. Let's hop down into the canyon like this. Give myself some more velocity. And see if I can't find a flat place in the canyon. Now look at this. Here's another thing in Kerbal Engineer, right? On the surface tab, it'll actually tell you the slope that you are directly under right now. That was probably way too much Delta V, by the way. For hopping down into the canyon, that was probably a lot more than I needed to burn. Whatever. I'm a photographer, not a space pilot. So look at this. This will actually tell us, directly below us right now, what the slope is. And I kind of feel... I'm not exactly sure. I am not exactly sure. But let's see. 20-degree slope. Let's start going straight down. Burned a little bit over there. There we go. Now we're going straight down. And let's just let it fly and see what we can't see from the bottom of the canyon. And how high am I? Meh. We do a nice slow descent here. It's still telling me this is a 20-degree slope, which is a pretty serious slope. Not the type of slope you want to go with the lander. So let's see. Is there anything we can do? Ah, yeah. I'm really not into the bottom of the canyon yet. Look backwards, right? I'm still kind of over the edge. I need to go a lot further. Alright, that was my problem. So let's go this way. That's why we built so much Delta V into this craft, so we could play around. Let's go this way and see if I can't fly to a better slope. Look at that slope going down as I get to the middle of the canyon. 10, 6, I like that. 4, that's even better. 4.5, 4.0. As that canyon kind of comes... Oh, 1.7, that's a great place right there. It looks like we're going up the other side of the canyon now, right? So again, let's throttle down. And I'm just going to go straight down. What am I doing every time I do this? I'm trying to put the green X over the white dot. That means I'm going straight down. And let's go for a landing here. This should give us good shots back up the canyon, I think. What are we at? 3.1 degrees? We can land with 3.1 degrees. We can do that. I do need to descend a little bit more quickly, though. And again, look, horizontal speed in the millimeters per second. 0.2 millimeters per second. That's not a lot of horizontal speed. Vertical speed, that's a little bit faster than we want to land, so I'm going to need to flare. I'm going to need to poof the engines up. Does it look better? Over there? Yeah, whatever. So here we go. Coming in for the landing. There's my shadow. Let's flare, 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 flare. Throttle up. Then throttle down. That was a little bit too much flare. Too many pieces of flare. There we go. That's what we were looking for. So let's see if we can't get some photography done in here. IVA. Wow. The cupola really looks like you could stick your head up in there and look around, but unlike the actual ISS's cupola, I guess it's kind of blocked by this command console since it's also a control pod. We could definitely look out the windows. We could take some pictures. I'm actually getting bored with that. Is there anything else? I mean, there we are in the canyon. Any other ideas, guys, while we've got this guy here? Retract ladder equals 9 on the custom buttons. Oh, that's what you put it as, I think. Isn't the canyon the home of the Kraken? 10 years later. Gustav the Cat Dots, what do you play besides KSP? Really, KSP is my thing right now, but I'm looking for other games that you could actually do sort of how to play. You need at least 30 pieces of flare, and I noticed that you only had 8 pieces of flare last week. Okay. That would be great. Anyways, what was I gonna do? I was just gonna say something. I was just totally gonna say something, and I wouldn't know pieces of flare. Oh, what do I play besides KSP? Thank you. What do I play besides KSP? I really just do KSP right now, but I am looking for other games that are kind of like games that you can learn. I've really been looking at The Long Dark. If anybody's ever heard of The Long Dark, I got turned on to it because I was watching Slim play it, and Slim is freaking awesome. He actually dresses up like he's in the survival situation because he's got all the gear and stuff like that. So I think that that's a really cool game, and it seems like a game that you could, a game that would be kind of teachable. It's like, you know, don't go running outside because the more you run, the more calories you burn. Like, it actually simulates that sort of stuff. But if you have other games that are actually, like, teachable sort of games, let me know because I'm really interested in that sort of stuff. Luis had a good idea. You could double-click on that top window and you could see out a little bit more. Still kind of a sideways-looking view, but that's okay. I almost wish you could do an EVA, IVA. Like IVA where you could actually get out of your seat and float around and look out the windows. That would be kind of cool. So, what else do we need to do? Fly further up the canyon. That would be a possibility. That kind of looks like the mouth of the canyon. Wow. No, no, no. That's back up the canyon. Look how deep into the canyon we are. We are way up into the canyon. And we could fly this way, which would give us what? There's kind of like a big canyon crater crossroads. So I'm actually going to fly up to this hill here and then have a look at what's going on. You need face rig. Face rig. Dwarf Fortress? No. I have not played Dwarf Fortress. Teach a modern architecture course in Minecraft. What? Would it be terrible for streaming? I've never played it. I mean, I'll give it a look. If anybody has an extra copy in Steam or something, I'll definitely give it a look. That is the way out of the canyon, and we need to go this way, deeper into the canyon. So let me fly to this next waypoint here. That dorsal side, though. And let's see what we can do. I'm just going to try and hop up the canyon a ways. Just using all of this sweet, sweet Delta V. In-canyon orbital flyby. Oh, it's free and it's in ASCII. That goes to show that I know nothing about it. It's probably a roguelike. Is it a roguelike? Tell me that it's a roguelike. Ooh, what about that mountain peak right there? That may be a good place to be. Let's go to that mountain peak. And I'm actually going to overcorrect a little bit to try and start flying towards the mountain peak. And this is like a canyon. I almost wish I could see like some cliff dwellings or something in here. You know? That would be cool. Moon or cliff dwellings. Maybe there's cliff dwellings on Mars that we just haven't discovered yet. I got you up to 200 meters per second. I don't know if that's enough for a Flyby. Where is that peak even at? I really wish there was a better... We're just going to do it with the old Mark 1 eyeball. What series used that a lot? Mark 1 eyeball? Have to use the old Mark 1 eyeballs? There is a series, science fiction, that use the term Mark 1 eyeballs. What did we say here? Face rig. All right. Technically be roguelike because it's random. It's like roguelike meets Dungeon Keeper. They decided they don't really like you. 100 ways for DOS to crash this craft. Reading chat. Oh, no! That wasn't a quick save! No! I was trying to F5 for safety. I'm so bad. Troll Sama with the follow. What's going on, Troll Sama? Back to black chat. Chroma key. Okay. Now, let me try and crash into this peak while I read the chat. Alright. Door Fortress. Da-da-da-da-da. Cannon Orbital Flyby. That's kind of what we're doing right now. Minecraft totally never been done. Yes, I could do some stuff in Minecraft. Mount and Blade Warband. Okay. Dwarf Fortress was your calculus teacher. Also, I need to burn. I'm gonna have to do some burning here to get on top of this peak if I can do it. I mean, that's an interesting lander design, honestly. Like a lander that's designed to land in rough terrain. I think there may be a lot of really cool stuff we could do with that, honestly. So I'm just trying to fix my trajectory here. Line it up. Again, that dorsal side, guys. Y'all know me on the dorsal side. I do not feel like I'm going to be on the top of this peak. So let's see if I can't burn. Look at that canyon back there behind us. This peak looks smaller now that I'm here. I am less impressed. And I'm going to have to start burning backwards so that I don't completely fly over the peak. And in any event, it looks like I'm going to completely fly over the peak. But how are we doing? This way, maybe. Yes, burning off that velocity. Got going a little bit fast there, not gonna lie. And now, let's see if we can't. Trying for this peak. It's dropping. I'm dropping. It's dropping. I don't even know. Let's just follow the nav ball down this time and see if that's gonna do it. 40. Wow, that shadow's coming up fast, y'all. That shadow is definitely coming up fast. I think I got it, though. I think I got it. Yeah, I got it. And let's just get over to the peak. That's where we're trying to go, right? Just burn. This thing has so much freaking Delta V. Look at this. Let's see if I can't get right on this. Dorsal side, it makes it so much easier to land. It makes it so much... Point your dorsal side into the direction that you're going. And then let's do this. And come in for a landing. See if I can't hibbity hop over to that little... Oh man, the peak's back there! Lame. See if I can't land against the peak like this. I really want to go to the peak though. There we go. Alright. Maybe we kind of tilted the cupola so that he could see out of it, right? Nope. That did nothing. Okay. This is honestly... he could take some pictures out the side there. You know, what can you do? Not really much in this direction. But look at that. We've got some nice panoramics there. It's almost like mounting the cupola flat like this would be an awesome way to make a photography lander. I think that that may be the thing we need to do next. So what am I missing? RimWorld. I've actually played a little bit of RimWorld. I haven't streamed it. Let's see here. Prison Architect. Love to see me play Prison Architect. Oh, look at you, Pyro. I was trying to get him stranded here, so I had a reason to build a rover. Oh my gosh. Prison Architect. Pick quasi-random games and see what sticks. New roller coaster. Oh, Roller Coaster Tycoon. I would totally play that. My electrical... I was really trying to get this guy stranded here. I was really trying. So that I would have a reason. The forest. Don't do this or the cannibals will eat you. What? Streaming an ASCII game would be awesome. Let me see. I'm checking the chat here, guys. Banished. Tarn Adams. What did I miss there? Tarn Adams. Giraffes? I don't even know what y'all are talking about. White Chevy, I'm going to do that in a different tab, and I'll get caught up with it later. I do appreciate the link, though. Not the game. The developer. Warband. What? Minecraft. There are a lot of mods on it. Yeah. Mount Warblade. Reading. Papers, please. Papers, please. Yeah, but Scott Manley did Papers, Please. Didn't he? He definitely did Papers, Please. Forest, you don't have parachutes. I do have parachutes. Land on a 30-degree slope to strand them. You want me to just crash it? I really wanted to refuel it and send it out. Roller Coaster Tycoon was written in assembly? I didn't know that. I am going to get this. I am going to get this. What else can we do? I really just want to burn this Delta V. I really want to be stranded in a really inaccessible place. Is really what